Welcome back to episode 2. When someone opens your website, this is the first thing they see. Most times, people don't stay long enough to understand what you are building. If it doesn't catch them early, they leave. Yesterday, we created the structure of Ember Bean, but it was empty. Today, we are adding the first three parts, the parts people actually see. Think of it like the front of your cafe, which is the name, the message, and its feeling. The first thing we are going to do today in our body tag is to type H1, which stands for heading. This right here is the main heading. This is the identity of your website, like the name of your cafe written outside. When someone lands here, this is the first thing that tells them where they are. Inside our H1, we can kindly write Ember and Bean. After the Ember and Bean, we can move further to write the next tagline, which is the P tag. The P tag is also known as the paragraph tag or the paragraph text tag. When we talk about the P tag is also known as the paragraph text tag. This is where we can add a short message, just something simple that tells people what you are about, like a small line on your wall that makes someone feel, okay, this place is for me. So it's just like a description to where we are entering. So the next thing we do is to give it your modern cafe for coffee comfort and creativity. Yeah, we are done with our P tag. So the next thing we'll be putting today, or we'll be looking at today, is what we also called the image. The image. So before we go about that, we will be needing an image file folder in our project, and also we will be downloading a particular coffee image, whatever image you want to use for this practical, you can as well. So we can just go straight to our Google. Then here we search for coffee, and we can go straight to images. So there's lots of images right here, so you can just scroll and know the actual one you want to download. So here I will be downloading this. So we type coffee dot jpeg, then we can select further. We can just save it directly to our desktop. So here our image is ready, so we can go straight to our desktop. Here we have our image, so we can right click, we copy this image further, then we can open our project, which is Ember and Bean. Then we open a new folder, we name it images. So after naming your folder images inside your project, you can as well double click, or you just right click to paste the image downloaded. Now we have our image in our project, so we can just exit and go straight to our VS Code. So at the left hand, we can open our code and we can see images folder is available, and if you tap, you can see the coffee.jpg so which is fully active. So for we to go about is simply close this and we type img, which is short for images, is an abbreviation, MNS short for images. So you just have to just type enter key and it brings out the sources and the alternative. So inside the source we just type images, which is images slash then our coffee, which is available. Then we can also go to the alternative and maybe type freshly made coffee. So this is just in case the image didn't pop out, so we can have an alternative that can bring out the image on our web page. So there we add our images because people don't just read, they see. This is like showing your best coffee right at the entrance. It makes everything feel real. Now if you look at your page, it's no longer empty. So how do we go about it? By pressing Ctrl S to save your work so far. Then you can go live if you are using live server. Then we go live to view this work. So here we have our Ember Bean on the H1, which is the heading, and from our paragraph tag we also have here, which is your modern cafe for coffee, comfort and creativity. And the last part here is the image. So you can see that our work is actually in progress. So this is where things start changing. When you can actually see what you are building, it hits differently, it feels real, and that's what keeps you going. So what did you add? Your name, your message, or your images? Let me know in the comment section. I want to see what you are building too. Remember, you don't need everything figured out. You just need to start and keep building. Next, we will add navigation bar so people can actually move around our site like a real website. See you in the next episode. This is the Luminous.